Why was this ending so satisfying? Like, for once, Hollywood has gotten it right. They have ruined so many season finales, but this one they have knocked out of the park. If you don't want spoilers, then don't listen to this because you're going to get some spoilers. Everyone else, tune in. Stay to the end because I'm going to tell you what I hope season 4 brings and why. I'll also tell you what I hope season 4 doesn't bring. But watching this ending, these last couple episodes were losing me a little bit. I hate when shows drag out like one like thing for an entire episode. Like in Sopranos, they did that where Tony goes in a coma, and then they would spend a whole episode on Tony's dreams. And I know they meant something, but I just they tend to lose the audience sometimes, and I was feeling that way a little bit until the last 20 minutes of the finale, and that's when all the fireworks happened. And to just see the old man level these three spoiled brats felt so good because we've all known people like this in life where we either know somebody or we worked with someone like this where their family promotes them up the ladder, and then you watch your friends or yourself get passed by, and then all of a sudden they're like the 30-year-old VP, and they think it's all based on merit, and it's like, no, your family owns the company, that's why you're he does no one likes those people. And in this show, you saw these three kids just kind of strut around, acting like if they were born somewhere else, that they would still be in the same position. Like they actually deserve to be in those seats. And that's one of those things where Kendall and Shiv, the way they talk sometimes, especially to Logan, like I gotta imagine like any human being that was having their kids talk to them like that, it would eventually add up. And for Roman, at times it's like you never thought he was expecting to take over the empire one day. He kind of was this. He was there, but how serious did you take him? But even at the end, the way Shiv was talking to Logan, like, "Hey, you need our votes," and like just the way she's barking at him, and in some ways the way Kendall acted towards Logan, it was the same way. Like you're talking to the guy that built this thing, and that sense of entitlement, and just forgetting that you're only here because Daddy owns a joint. When he comes out and just looks at Kendall and says, "Go make your own goddamn pile," it just felt so good because these three kids are sitting there. It's just like, well, what about us? And it's like, how like entitled and spoiled can you be? There were so many good little clippets there. It's funny to watch Greg and Tom kind of pull this off in the background. Um, Maybe Tom's not as dumb as everyone thought he was. He ends up parlaying this thing into something pretty sweet at the end of it all. Um, he had that good line when he was talking to Kendall, like, I've never seen Logan get screwed, but I've seen you get screwed a lot. So it's one of those things where you watch this whole thing implode, and these kids have probably never really worked an honest days in their life. Like, I know they work at this company and they're doing a lot of stuff, but they would never be there more than likely if it wasn't for Daddy owning the joint. So when Logan's talking about, hey, you're gonna go get a life lesson here, go make your own pile. You think about all the time these kids are strutting around, acting like they should be running the place, and now Logan's like, yeah, let's go see what you can do on your own. Oh, it just felt good. I mean, he just pulled out a machine gun and sprayed them. Like that was that was a great ending. So what I'm looking forward to, I hope, in season 4 is I want to see the kids like devastated and have to watch them go try to build their own pile. Go become their own little empire somewhere. Go become a mogul on their own, or show them struggling where they got to go work for somebody else and go interview and negotiate a salary that's probably significantly less than they were making here. Show the real world side of what would happen if you just get obliterated out of your parents' company. So that would be exciting to see the 3 or 4 stories here when they didn't get to live off Daddy anymore. Just going through New York, interviewing, having to like deal with coworkers, and Yeah, I think that would be super cool. What I don't want to happen is we get to season 4, this deal that Logan was doing blows up, and then season 4 is just kind of a repeat of the first 3 seasons where the kids are all battling it out and this and that. Like, I don't want to see that again. I'm hoping season 4 brings something where, on a more granular level, you kind of look at the 3 or 4 kids going out and having to like blaze their own path and go create their own wealth instead of some. At the end of the day, Logan made this wealth. These kids didn't make that wealth, right? They were a part of it, but it'd be nice to see them try to go do it on your own. And you're probably going to see them all fail. Maybe the storyline is one of them ends up succeeding. Like that would be cool. But I just love that line when he's like, "Go make your own pile. Quit living off me. Quit having your hand out. Quit sticking your hand out. Just go do it on your own." It's even look at where the country's at right now. The upper middle class has grown quite a bit. The wealthy have obviously grown quite a bit. You're seeing more and more of this where families have so much money that no one wants to kind of go out and earn it anymore. It's they said the baby boomers are sitting on $68 trillion in cash that like the millennials are set to inherit. Like, what is that going to create for future generations? I always felt like we're a country where you got up in the morning and you busted your ass and you went and created something for yourself. You still had some of that generational money obviously getting passed down from Rockefellers and all these people, but it wasn't as much now in terms of how many people. But there's so many people that are starting to become wealthy, especially in the last 18 months with how the stock market is. We got $68 trillion set to get inherited. Are we going to end up with a country full of Shiv, Kendall, and Roman? What does that look like? So, yeah, I would like to see these three have to go figure it out for themselves. But whatever. If you got some thoughts, drop them below. What would you like to see in season 4? I know what I would like doesn't mean that's what they should do, but I think that would be interesting just to have to see them go out and grind it out on their own. But man, when he said go make your own pile, when he's sitting there saying, just getting angry, like you're playing toy soldiers, like I got you forking beat, just staring at these kids that just think they got it all figured out, and the old man just stomped them out. That felt great to watch. I'm gonna go watch it again right now. I'm not gonna watch like the first 40 minutes. I'm gonna fast forward to the last 20 minutes, and I'm just gonna watch Logan destroy them again because it felt that good. So, anyways, that's all I got for this one. I'll catch you on the next one.